Welcome back. Welcome back. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here as always. Of course, RadioFire.com, the Diamond K Show.com, and very special show today, Veterans Day. And definitely want to salute all of our veterans, our past and present veterans. Like I said, very important day. Unfortunately, we're in the midst of the pandemic and we could not celebrate these brave men and women the way that we really wanted to. Let's take a look at this right here.
It was on the 11th hour of the 11th day in the 11th month of 1918 that an armistice went into effect, ending the First World War. On what came to be known as Armistice Day, Americans came together to remember and honor the sacrifices of the men and women who served during the war. In 1954, Congress changed the name of the holiday to Veterans Day to include all those who have faithfully served our nation. But what is a veteran? It's been said that a veteran is someone who at one point in their life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including their life. There's no doubt that each of us raise our right hands for our own reasons and motivations. For some, it may have been seeking new opportunities or education. For others, it may have been a family tradition. But while our service members and their families deserve every commitment that our nation has promised them, being a soldier is so much more than paying for college or a path to upward mobility. It's pride, it's patriotism, and it's a sense of purpose, knowing that you are making a difference. For me, Veterans Day isn't about recognition or a sense of entitlement for combat or deployments. Veterans Day is a celebration of selfless service. Selfless service means putting the welfare of my nation, my army, and my Ranger Regiment above my own, without any need of recognition. I'm reminded today of the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Selfless service is just that. It is action. It is the humility to care for people that we work alongside. And it's the generosity of spirit to help those who have nothing to offer us. Selfless service places others first. This Veterans Day, let's pause and remember and say thank you to those who have gone before us. But may those of us in uniform use the opportunity to check our hearts and our attitudes, ensuring that we continue to place the needs of others above our own.
Celebrations marking Veterans Day gave way to many virtual gatherings with many of the nation's veterans, homes, barring visitors, to protect them. So there were a lot of virtual events. Cemeteries, of course, decorated with American flags were silent as well. As many of the traditional ceremonies were canceled. There was just the love, of course, is still there. And the infections raging across the nation again. Several veterans' homes actually are dealing with outbreaks. So we had that to contend with. New York City had a quiet parade of military vehicles. No spectators rolled through Manhattan to maintain this 101-year tradition of veterans marching on Fifth Avenue. President Trump took part in the observance at Arlington National Cemetery. The president-elect, Joe Biden, placed a wreath at the Korean War Memorial in Pennsylvania. And more than 4,200 veterans have died from COVID-19 at hospitals and homes run by the Department of Veterans Affairs. Nearly 85,000 veterans have been infected, according to that department. So definitely wanted to say thank you to the veterans. Thank you for their service and thank you for their sacrifice. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Come back with more of the program after this.
Yeah.
It's go season.
It's a vibe. 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 Yeah. Little mama with a pom-pom. Give cheers to my sex when the fun comes. Really speaking from the vibes in the song. Ain't gonna lie right now, you the one. Yeah. I know you seen it before. 100,000, 100 lies, I can give you some hope. 100 frowns, 100 clowns, you can't do it no more. Why cash to your stash so you paying your niggas on time? The pleasure's mine. To buy what you want, gotta grind and shine. Arrow through the heart, so the smile is mine. She match my fly, so she one of a kind. Never been the type to kiss and tell. Cruising in the drop like the sunroof fell. Matching Cartiers, and you know that shit is real. With shorty by my side, was such a big deal. Get in. If she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm that type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me. Roll with me, let's ride. Cause baby, it's a vibe. Yeah. Put your feelings to the side. I know you feel it inside. Yeah. I know you don't usually go for it, but girl, you know I'm a dope boy. Your friends try to tell you don't go for it. Yeah, we about to go up on the scoreboard. Yeah, we blowing up. Chromed out bent when you see us pulling up. Money well spent when the sea's heating up. Got the heat in the tuck when the hate heating up. Yeah, good times in the red wine. Now she talking fly shit like she all mine. Pretty face, small waist, a real dime. Told her chill, little mama, it's out time, baby. Yeah, she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm the type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me. Ring around the rosy. Little mama chose me. Pocket full of Benjis. Jealous ones envy. But she ain't gotta worry no more. No. But she ain't gotta worry no more. No. Yeah, she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm their type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me.
It was on the 11th hour of the 11th day in the 11th month of 1918 that an armistice went into effect, ending the First World War. On what came to be known as Armistice Day, Americans came together to remember and honor the sacrifices of the men and women who served during the war. In 1954, Congress changed the name of the holiday to Veterans Day to include all those who have faithfully served our nation. But what is a veteran? It's been said that a veteran is someone who at one point in their life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including their life. There's no doubt that each of us raise our right hands for our own reasons and motivations. For some, it may have been seeking new opportunities or education. For others, it may have been a family tradition. But while our service members and their families deserve every commitment that our nation has promised them, Being a soldier is so much more than paying for college or a path to upward mobility. It's pride, it's patriotism, and it's a sense of purpose, knowing that you are making a difference. For me, Veterans Day isn't about recognition or a sense of entitlement for combat or deployments. Veterans Day is a celebration of selfless service. Selfless service means putting the welfare of my nation, my army, and my Ranger Regiment above my own, without any need of recognition. I'm reminded today of the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Selfless service is just that. It is action. It is the humility to care for people that we work alongside. And it's the generosity of spirit to help those who have nothing to offer us. Selfless service places others first. This Veterans Day, let's pause and remember and say thank you to those who have gone before us. But may those of us in uniform use the opportunity to check our hearts and our attitudes, ensuring that we continue to place the needs of others above our own.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You may Dominic in here, and my special guest here, one of them, Nikstylz in the building. How you doing?
What's up? How are you? I'm great.
I'm good. So a lot going on in the world, obviously, pandemic and all of that stuff. How have you and your family been through all of this madness?
Oh man. Well, thank God I get to telework. So at least on weekdays. So I've been able to stay away from a lot. And on weekends I actually do have to physically go in the office, but we have it set up where we can, our team and our partners can social distance in the office, But I mean, mentally, it's been a little draining, like watching people go through losing their loved ones and stuff like that. Yeah, I had a homegirl who was like 32. She was supposed to get married in June. She passed away from COVID, and she was pre-diabetic. So a lot of the people with the pre-existing issues, even if you're young, no matter how old you are, like my heart goes to them, because like people are really dying out here. So that can you cuss on here?
Yes.
That shit is really fucked up,
Yeah, it is. And then of course a lot of people not taking it as serious as they should.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with that. And of course in Maryland the numbers have risen up a bit, and they kind of trying to put a little stop to some things. And so I hope that people pay attention and do what they need to do.
You ain't lying. Did they close everything today? Is today like the official day? They were saying that the 12th they were supposed to close the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, well, Baltimore City is tomorrow they're gonna really put some things down as far as indoor dining, a little bit more restrictions on that, and bars that don't sell food, they gotta close until further notice.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot. It's been too much. It's been too much partying happening. Like this is just a regular, and this ain't no regular time.
Hell no. And then another thing is, like, you should be cooking from home. Don't get me wrong. I love to eat out. I love steak and seafood and all that shit. But you need to be cooking from home, because it's a lot of people in them restaurants, that's been diagnosed with COVID. So
absolutely,
your food.
Absolutely, and that's what's happening.
To cook.
So I mean, we talk a little bit about family and all that. Let's take it back to the beginning. What are your earliest memories of music in your household coming up?
Oh man, the earliest. So my dad sings, and he was a part of like the New Jersey Mass Choir, chant band, and he sang with the Soft Tones and the Temptations. So it starts really well before him. His dad, which is my granddad, May he rest in peace, Cornell Muldrow. He was a organ player. So it's really in the genes. It's in the, you know what I mean? It's in the blood. Like Mully and I, we've been doing this since we were young. We would go to the family events. And I wish he was on here. He said he was trying to get in because we would hit this song for you really quick. We used to get paid and we used to get tips. We'd go over to my Aunt Barbara's house and hit this song called "I Ain't Got a Barrel of Money" real quick, right? And I'll be like, all right, come on, Mully. You hit the low, I'm gonna take it to the top. Boom, we'd get paid. We would go from each family of a house. So yeah, it's music has always been around us. My uncles play the drums, they play the saxophone, they play the guitar, you know, the bass. So I grew up around music, you know. I love it. I love it. That shit is like it's
in you.
Yo, that shit is it should be in every goddamn body, to tell you the truth. But I mean, God just blessed me with a gift with a certain type of voice, you know. But music, everybody should love music. That shit should be therapeutic for everybody, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it is. I think it is. So you were able to get stage fright and shyness out the way as a child.
No, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you a secret. You hearing it right here.
Okay.
The Diamond K Show. I'm shy.
Really?
I'm very shy. I got my hat. Dang, I left it in the room. I got my shy hat. I was gonna wear my hat so that you couldn't see like my eyes and shit, but I'm here now, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Or usually I get to hide behind Mully because Mully talks so much. It's good content. Don't get me wrong, but he talks so much. I can just shut up and just be in the cut like this. But I don't know what the hell Mully ass doing right now.
Yeah.
I know he got a session tonight though, so I'm
Okay. Well, it'd be like that. It'd be
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I'm kind of shy. You know what I mean? So sometimes when I get on the stage, like we just did a show in ATL, and I was looking around at the people and I was just like, come on, Nick, you did this shit before, let's go. Then when I get on the stage, totally different person. But like behind the stage and all that, I'm like quiet, laid back. I don't really talk to people.
As far as taking the music serious and recording your own songs,
Yeah.
when did that hit you?
All right, so let me see. Okay, so recording my own songs, I've been recording my own songs for a while, probably since like 99 to 2000.
Mhm.
I've been recording my songs, you know.
Mhm.
But that's it. I've just been recording them for me, and then I'll put them on. You know how you go to like CD Baby and Apple
Mhm.
iTunes and Spotify and whatever newer platforms come out.
Yeah.
I've always been the one that's recording and making albums and putting them on those type of platforms, right? Because it made sense to just have a side hustle. But as far as taking it serious, I never wanted to be like a female rap artist in the game. No, not interested.
Tell me more. What do you mean by that?
So I'm just not. I don't know. I don't really care for the limelight too much.
Mhm.
You know, I'd rather be doing things like writing for people and putting, you know, other females on, just
Mhm.
giving my dope ass lyrics so that they can you know, compete with the rest of the chicks out here
Yeah.
and the guys. And I'd rather do something like maybe commercials or you know, act an actress. You know, I would be interested in those type of roles if I had to be the face of something, you know, or the face of a brand. I would rather be in a movie or do commercials or something like that. You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah.
of being in the game. The game is so saturated with bullshit, and it's been. And
Oh yeah.
for
Definitely.
women, it's like, you know, I got a nice shape and everything, but you already know what time it is. If I was to sign to a label, you already know the clothes got to come off. That ass
Yeah.
got to come out. It's got
Right.
You know, my ass drops. It drop. Mully don't like when I talk like this. Every interview, I let people know that my ass dropped. You got to pick it up like that. That's how heavy that shit is. It's like a weight. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm not interested in being like the face of anything except for my brand or somebody else's positive brand, the ambassador of like maybe some clothing lines, maybe some coconut oil. You know, this is extra virgin coconut oil. You know, so to be honest, Mully got me out here doing this. You know,
Yeah. I mean, and that's I was wondering what sparked this latest wave that y'all are on,
yeah,
because you go through periods where it seems like you're vocal and you're active, and then you go through periods where you seem like you just like
chilling.
chilling.
Let me tell you something. I'm always chilling. I'm always laid back. I'm always relaxed. And here come Mully. Yo. He'd be like, yo. But no, I'm going to tell you, he's an inspiration because he knows that I'm probably, and I hope this don't come off the wrong way, I'm too dope to not share my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm educated to not put this lyrical content down over these trap beats. You know what I mean? So he's like, don't waste your talent. Don't waste your gift. You got a voice for a reason. Because you know I could sing a little bit too. So it's kind of like, why would you not use that voice? So although I was doing it for me in my therapy and all that, I said, you know what? All right, let me go ahead and share what I had with everybody else, you know. So that's what we've been doing. But MicBroSis been popping since 99. We've been MicBroSis since 99. We did an album back then, but Mully had ventured off and did his own thing, which I loved, you know what I mean? Because I got to fall back, you know. And yeah, I just was never really interested in being in the forefront. Mully created Nikstylz. One day Mully was like, yo, we're going to do this cypher. We're going to do a cypher on 92Q. Rest in peace to K Swift. Because K
Right.
Swift know, and Nick at Night know, and Squirrel White, and everybody from 92Q, they know. So Mully say, look, Nick, I'm Nikki. I ain't even Nikstylz, right? I'm just regular Nikki. He like, look, this is what we're going to do. He said, I heard you talk. I heard you argue before. And I like your voice. So he said, so what we're going to do is we're going to take your voice and we're going to put it behind music. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing poetry and I'm singing. He wants me to rap. And I'm like, really not interested. Long story short, Mully say, boom, we're going to go on the cypher. And I want you to compete against these girls. Now, I have one poem that I thought qualified to be converted into a damn rap song. So I get on there. It's Nick at Night. They on there. They pump you up. You want to cypher, yo? You want to cypher tonight? You got to be a dope MC, the rock, the mic. What's your name? I'm like, Nikki. What you do? I rap. Put your lips to your brains and do what you do. So I go on and I rap. Now, this is the first time they hear me. It's a chick on there from Pennsylvania. Apparently she was winning the whole freaking time, right? So you know, usually when it's a winner that they've had for consecutive weeks, they kind of like for that person to keep winning.
Of
So
course.
when they hear a new chick, now this my hometown. I'm from B-More. And you still didn't want me to win. But it's all good, you know. So I go on there not giving a damn if I want or not, because it's Mully ass that cares. And so I compete, and guess what? The people voted, and who the fuck wins? Nikki. So I said, oh shit, I won. So then you know what that made me have to do? I had to write another goddamn rap the
You got
next
to defend the
Friday.
crown, yeah.
Oh, I was mad as shit. I was like, oh shit, I won. That's good, but then it wasn't, because I wasn't really a rapper. I'm gonna tell you, from that day forward, I became Nikstylz. The next week, Mully was like, you know what? Fuck that. You ain't Nikki, you Nikstylz. I am. All right, cool. And Mully was like, nah, you gonna take these poems, you gonna write. So I was like, all right. But the good thing about it was I didn't have to memorize that shit because we was over the radio.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could write the shit down and I could read it from the paper. But my flow was so on point. Even back then, I was like, damn, I'm really killing these girls. It got to the point where I beat them for 2 months in a row. 2 months. And I had to retire myself. And I don't even mean to talk about myself, but I felt pretty goddamn good to not be a goddamn rapper, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time when people used to do stuff like that. And you coming in, I mean, you had the poetry thing going for you, so you would
Yeah.
just it was just kind of bringing those poems to a different type of a beat. And you know, even though you weren't a rapper, you really had all of the qualifications to be in it.
Yeah, like I could have fit, and it was a couple labels that was interested in me. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I had my kids at a young age, so that was a big part too of me wanting to raise my children. Like a lot of women, they'll just go in and they might I mean, shout out to all my strong women that have done this. So don't get me wrong, but a lot of women want the career first, and then maybe the grandparents will watch the children, and then years later they'll go back and grab the kids and then be able to provide for them like that, you know, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it the opposite way. I was like, nah, let me raise my kids. I need them. I don't need to be on nobody's goddamn road while my kids in the house. I need to see them. I need to make sure they learning. I need to make sure they can write in cursive. I need to make sure they know their alphabets and they're getting educated and nobody's touching them. That was important to me. So I wanted to be with my kids until, you know, they got to an age where they could stay home by themselves. And that's another reason why, as dope as I was back then, people was like, why she ain't signed? And I'm like, I ain't leaving my kids for nobody, you know? So that was another big thing for me.
Yeah. So what was your brother's reaction to that? Because there were people coming at you. You had a very nice buzz, and but you made some uh grown up adult decisions. Did you get any backlash about that?
Nah, one thing I can say about Mully is he never judges you. He allows you to be who you are, right? And one thing about him is no cut cards with him. He either fuck with you or he don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. But as far as me being his sister, he always supported my decisions because Mully's smart, you know. So Mully, if I choose to raise children that I gave birth to, Mully's not gonna be like, nah, yo, we can go get this money. He's not one of them type of guys. He doesn't put money before family. So for him, it made sense. See, Mully doesn't have children, so Mully never had that responsibility that I had, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so for us, we've always been close, we always been tight, but me and Mully moved kind of different. I was more like we both went to college, but then I was like, you know what, now I want to move a little further. Let me go into a different career to provide for my family. That way the rap game for me will be just that, a fucking game that I can play if I want and I don't have to. So I
Yeah.
don't have to depend on you to get my money or depend on you saying, oh, I'm gonna give you this advancement. And if you sell umpteen amount of records, then you can fucking you could pay me back this way, or you can give me some ass and pay me back that way. And I'm sitting there looking like, so I said, nah. So I did it the regular, I went into corporate America, you know. That's how I make my money. That's how I did my career. So now I'm in a place where I can take that money that I make and I can put it into a video if I want to. And I can stay independent forever. And me and Mully can have fun while we do it. I don't never have to sign to a record label a day in my life. And I
Yeah.
can 100% of my masters and 100% of everything. So it might have been a snail way of getting in, but you know what I mean? I believe it'll pay off because I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
no, I agree. And I think that's good. That's some real boss moves. And you mentioned a music video, so I want to take a moment to go to this video real quick, and then come back and talk with you some more after this. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and Mully just sent me a thing saying you gotta let him in.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as he pops up backstage, I will bring him in.
All right, I got you.
Okay. All right. So we gotta go to this video real quick. Stay tuned, y'all.
Let's go, Nikstylz, baby. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah. MicBroSis. Y'all know what? Y'all know it. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah. Let's go. People are soft, they really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery, where's your heart? Let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart. Focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that like a boss. Walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. Standing tall, Noah's Ark. We gotta build, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind, carry your crown like a king. Show off your powerful queen. Be effective and efficient. Set a goal and a mission. Know-it-alls never listen. Gain your control over who like. I come from what is you like. Yeah, a lot of us used to do wrong. Now we out here trying to do right. Motivation, motivation. When he mess up, just replace him. I ain't hesitating, I ain't waiting. Natural force, here she come. Shut it down, I am number one. 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 Read the numbers, is it good, bad, going up, bankrupt? Do you know? Tell me who can you trust? Think about your health, think about people are soft. They really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery, where's your heart? Let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart. Focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that like a boss. Walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. Standing tall, Noah's Ark. We gotta build, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind, carry your crown like a king. Show off your powerful queen. Be effective and efficient. Set a goal and a mission. Know-it-alls never listen.
Numero uno, they mad cause I won't second guess. I'm the best and I do what I do though. Royal descent, every moment is meant, so I'm making the most under one poppy chulo. Steph Curry from the logo, best buy it like a bogo. Luke Sky, Han Solo, Rebel Alliance. I'm matching you bullet for bullet like Muzzy Manupo. What is the true goal? Purpose and happiness. Watch what you do though. It's worthless attacking it. Hustling backwards, it's too many lacking it. What are you want, man? I got your big back in it. Divine time, revelation of the lost scribe. For every member of the lost tribe. GPS for those that lost drive. Be the greatest, don't just be alive. Start you a business and get you some stock. Purchase a land, homie, buy out the block. Buy you some homes and leverage the equity. Find you some wealth, but don't lose your integrity. Kevin be living longevity, moving with urgency. Be walking currency, currently winning. I thank you for asking, son. Only way I'm getting checked if I'm catching one.
They really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery, where's your heart? Let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart. Focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that like a boss. Walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. Standing tall, Noah's Ark. We gotta build, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind.
Okay, we are back. We are back. I see that.
What up?
Mully fan in the building.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey man, yo, I don't know. I was trying to tap the wrong link. I actually didn't have the link. I was tapping a link. Yeah, there's so many links going on right now. I was tapping into a different Zoom. Okay, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You got the one I sent you?
Yeah, I just tapped into the one you sent me. That was the only one. I never actually got one. So I was tapping into the wrong link, trying to get through. But I just came from something called neuromuscular surgery, neuromuscular therapy, stretching with this guy that real awesome guy I just met. Like he's my brother already, man. Named Marcus Singletary, and his Instagram is Prime Time 21 with 2 Y's, and man, I'm feeling great. So that's where I'm just coming from right now, and I thought I had the right link, but I apologize to everybody for coming in here late.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Your energy seems like it's on 100. So
I'm sorry.
Okay. Then I tell you, see, me and Diamond K was talking before you got on here, and he was asking me how did I overcome my shyness, and I was letting him know that I can be shy all day when you're around because you just start talking and you don't stop, and you got great content and everything, right? But you take over so I can just hide. But you wasn't here, so I had to talk to him and shit. I don't know if I said the right thing or not, Shorty.
Oh,
They was all up in my business. You feel me?
oh shit. Oh snap. But you know what though? It's so funny though, because you really can hold it down, but you always kind of like just, let me do my thing. But no, I know you can hold it down. So I ain't even seen it. I know it's been going good up until now.
Oh
So
yeah, oh
I
yeah,
trust that everything has been perfect. I already
Oh,
know.
definitely. She was talking a lot. We talked about some of the early days and
Uh-huh.
your earliest memories as far as music in the household. What pulled you into music, Mully, as a
Oh man.
performer?
Oh man, it was in our house. My father's a singer. My uncle's a drummer. My grandfather was a Cornell Mardro. Used to play at the Royal Theater. He's a legendary pianist. A piano player out of Baltimore. My other grandfather managed my uncle's band. My mom's a dancer. My aunt's on my father's side, and my uncle is a singer on that side. So man, we come from a musical bloodline. It's in our DNA, man. So I just happened we just come along around that hip hop era. I sang first, believe it or not, and Nick was a singer always. She always was a better singer. And at some point, me loving hip hop, I convinced her to rap, and the rest is history, bro.
She said so. She said everything that you said. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
As far as the you know you yourself as a solo artist, there was a time when y'all was together, and then there was a time where y'all was kind of moving separately, and you were like a soloist. Um,
yeah.
how how was it making that transition from as far as in Baltimore, you have a very very big name in the city. What was that like as far as building that up?
It was fun, man. I have a philosophy that love is lucrative, man, and I love doing it, so it was fun for me, man. The camaraderie I had with the other artists, the whole journey of it, learning what I wanted to do with my art, and then having success from being sincere. A lot of times people shy away from being honest because they think that's not the way to be successful. Well, to be truthful, the reason I was so successful with the whole Mully Mania thing was because I was just being honest the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with this MicBroSis movement. Like with this, yo, me and my sister are just naturally, like we've always naturally been like this. Y'all get nothing but unfiltered truth. So when you tie into truth, truth is stronger than a lie. Love is stronger than hate. Positivity is stronger than negativity. And that's what you get. So it's a lot of fun. Life is a lot funner when you're having fun.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Um, y'all didn't know this question was coming, but I think y'all should have known this question was coming.
Okay.
I want your top 5 rappers.
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, and I know that they're probably different. I know you didn't have time to prepare for this, so I'm gonna give y'all a couple moments
I don't need
to
Okay.
think about it.
I don't need a moment. I'm ready.
You don't need a moment.
I don't need a moment. I'm ready.
Okay, I like to hear this, please.
All right, so
Nikstylz top 5 all time.
pin me on the live. My top 5, Mully Man, number 1.
Oh
Great,
wow.
great lyrical content.
Hey.
Ahead of his time. He can battle, he can freestyle, he can and he can make hits. When you can battle, freestyle, and make hits, you a motherfucker. What they call them, the goats. That's what and I don't call people that. Okay, so
Hey. I wasn't expecting that one. I didn't even know I was gonna be in
I'm gonna
there.
give it to you because I tell you,
Shit.
and then then you got the looks, then you got the energy.
Oh shit.
So
Yo, hold up. Y'all gonna freeze frame my face. Yo, hold up, freeze frame my face, yo. And this shit ain't even cold.
And wait, what you use? What you use on your skin though?
Yo, I use natural, all natural, organic, natural products.
You see what I'm saying? Who fucking with that? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get back to my top 5.
Not these meat eaters out here.
Yeah, but you ain't fucking with me though. I got the coconut oil source.
Yo,
You know
true
what I'm saying?
facts. I'm
Yeah.
not
But
fucking.
look, so we got Mully Man number 1. We got
Hey,
myself. I got Nikstylz number 2 because I'm pretty dope. You know, a lot of people might put the question mark beside Nikstylz because they don't really know me, and I'm real reserved and I'm real laid back and I'm really a businesswoman. I'm behind the scenes, but like when I'm in my element and I'm zoned out, I really can fuck with any of your top 5. So we're gonna leave that right there. And then my third one is, oh my God. When I'm alone in my room, and sometimes I stare at the wall and in the back of my if somebody can hook that shit up for me to meet LL Cool J, I swear, Mully, that was a struggle between picking you and LL because look, I'm on live trying to talk to y'all and show the people what's going on. I gotta put the phone down for me, y'all. But look,
yeah.
LL Cool J is my next, you know what I'm saying? Top 5. Now, who else? Oh, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is my girl. She better than any female rapper I've ever heard so far.
Right.
Now, in the
Yeah.
fifth slot, I'm gonna leave that open because I got so many people that could fill that slot. And I'm not even talking about people that are on. But if you
Right.
wanted to do like for my 5th slot, for people that are on, I'm into like Common, Redman, Method Man, you know, the whole
Right.
Wu-Tang Clan, you know, but then on the flip side, I fuck with Comp and Scar Akbar and Ogun. So it's kind of like, well, shit, they all are on that level to me, you know? So it's like when people pick top 5s, they always go to the industry. But what about
Right.
your homeboys that's just as dope as them niggas in the industry? So that's
Right.
why my top 5 they don't never consist of just strictly industry cats. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave the 5th one open because there's so many people that would fill that spot. I'm not even gonna give it to nobody.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I was
I like that breakdown, yo. I
that was
like that.
great.
Yeah,
That whole list was unexpected for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You either
Now
freestyle, make a hit, and fucking what is it? Freestyle, make a hit, and what was the other one I said?
it's freestyle, make a hit. You said the presentation. I'm guessing live show.
For $100, right now, repeat the 3 things I said you gotta do. For $100, I cash app you right now if you can remember.
I could
Shit, my.
not.
Either
Okay.
one of y'all cash app you right now. To be a
All
dope
right.
artist, to be the GOAT. Go ahead, rewind it back. Tell your people rewind me back. $100 cash app. Let's go. What's up?
No,
What's your
leave that for the people. Let somebody call in
okay?
and win that.
All right, let's
What
go.
the criteria? So to name that criteria that you said, Molly, you got your list?
Yeah, let's
Man,
go.
it's real hard now. I'm not even going front like Nikstylz, believe it or not, and I'm not just saying that because she said I was her top. Yo, Nikstylz is my favorite rapper right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, it's not to toot my own horn, but it's hard to rap consistently with me. There's only a handful of people I know that could do that, and when I listen to this project, when she's sending me back verses, like. Like this is my sister. I shouldn't be at this level of amazement with an artist that I grew up with and that I know. And I'm saying that my mind was blown on the concepts, the verses. Like if I throw an alley oop, she not even doing just regular dunk. She doing like next level, multi-dimensional dunks on the album. Like
I can't hear you no more.
okay, bet. Y'all can't see me?
Yeah,
No,
we
I
got.
got you. I couldn't hear you. You
We
better.
couldn't
Okay,
hear you.
yes, I was trying to call me. That's why I had to exit out. Somebody tried to call me. But yeah, so Nick is definitely my number one. Um, I don't know if I want to. I guess I gotta have. I'm feeling myself right now, so I'm gonna say I'm my number two. Nick's my
Okay.
number one. I'm my number two, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like I've proved that I could get on a track with platinum artists or gold artists since like 2003. Step on stage with anybody, make it to a national platform and hold it down for the city, and step on stage with anybody from that level to some of the dopest MCs locally, like with Cole Savage, Verb, Scar, Hooli, Boss, Tyree Coleon, you know what I'm saying, D-Boy, those artists. So I want to say I got me as my number two. I want to say right now, my number three, it's like the artist that I've been listening to. I don't know if a lot of you know, but he's from Baltimore. And it's like a toss up for my number three right now between Cole Savage and Verb. Like those two artists, like Cole Savage is a producer that has concepts, that can rap his ass off no matter what area you from. And Verb, to me, is just like he time traveled from the future back to rap, like straight up. And then you got artists also from the city, like I just did a track with Hooli, and we waiting for Scar and Boss Man verse. Like those three,
All on the same song?
yeah, all on the same song. It's about to come out soon. And quiet is kept. I want to initiate a female version with Nick and like C Notes and who else we say Nick, April Love, and then somebody else. So all this is happening, you know. So Comp is one of my favorites.
That's 4.
You know, shit. I could keep going, and then if we go back, some of my influences back in the day were like Big Daddy Kane, Black Thought, KRS-One, Common, Black Thought, who else? Big L, Pun, Pharrell Munch. And then as far as like the longevity thing, definitely Tupac, Jay-Z. No, it's hard for me to know a 5, bro. Like that's a crazy question.
Yeah.
I'm mad at the question. I hate trying to narrow it down to 5 because every day my 5 could change. But I just thought of as much as I could. And I know I didn't answer the question, but I just thought as much as I could.
I love the question because it forces people to kind of put somebody above, you know, and kind of try to give a ranking almost. But the lists are always personal to me.
JI 900. Look, Omar Little and Mike Wilson, may he rest in peace.
Okay. Salute,
people sleep on how hard JI 900 was, yo.
Oh yeah.
Yo, JI 900 for real. If it was no JI 900, it wouldn't be a lot of us. It definitely wouldn't be no Mully. I came from out that camp.
That's true.
Yeah.
K-Mac, shout out to K-Mac.
Wilson was a
bless.
But Omar could rap his ass off.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Rap his ass off. I give him that. Still can.
Yeah, and I know I'm forgetting some people. Ogun definitely was a beast too. You said him already.
Yeah. You ain't say Scar Akbar, but I know you meant to.
I know I said Scar.
No, he said Scar.
Come on, man.
He didn't say the word Akbar, but he said Scar. Yeah, he said Scar.
Scar is like saying Scar's like equivalent to kind of saying like Nas to me.
I just was thinking that. It's like yo, Scar's one of the greatest rappers ever, and it's kind of like you almost feel like you don't have like he's like it's like some rappers you almost feel like you don't have to say it because Scar's one of the greatest rappers ever, pound for pound. Yeah, from the battle to the songs to the his rhymes are layered to pouring out his pain. Yeah, Scar, that's my bro. Like he one of the greatest ever. So yeah, I know I didn't answer a 5. I probably said 100 people, but that's how I feel about it.
It's all good. Both of you have catalog, your own self, individually, you have catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite project of your own?
Yeah, I do.
Nick, what's your favorite Nikstylz project?
All right, so one of my favorites I'm gonna have to say is an album. It's called Dare to Be Different, and
That was hard.
yeah, my Dare to Be Different album. It's a double CD, and the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't know that I put out albums. You know what I mean? So I think it's all in God's timing. And once the world meets me, and then they go back and Google me, they're gonna be like, "Damn, she been doing this shit for years." Like she
Yeah,
ain't new. But if you listen to Dare to Be Different, I
yeah,
like that because I put different different genres of music on there. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
That
Day to Be Different came out 2015. People can get that on Spotify, everywhere they get music at. So that's your favorite. You feel like you poured the most into that.
Oh no, I ain't poured the most
But that's
into
your
it.
favorite. But
It
that's your
was my,
favorite.
yeah, it was my favorite, but I would say I poured the most into this motherfucking MicBroSis album that y'all ain't here yet. Like,
man.
That's coming.
this right here, there's some fire right here. We got some great lyrical content. But I'm
I
saying
Man,
believe.
before the MicBroSis, if I had to go with one that I liked the most because of how diverse it was that one. But I also came out with Fearless too. So Fearless is hard as hell, but MicBroSis compares to nothing that I've done. It's
yeah,
on that level. And once y'all get the videos that go with it, where my ass don't gotta be hanging out, and you can actually just hear me, you be like,
yeah,
"Dang, I wish her ass was out, but she was spitting." That's what y'all gonna say. Shout
yeah.
out to Mully, shout out them all Mully homeboys and shit. Yo,
Molly,
I'm trying to see Mully's sister Ash. Yo, she won't take and pull her ass out.
what?
Hey, hey,
Who
man.
knows? Who knows? Somebody might sponsor me and send me a nice outfit where I can, let a couple things drop out
Yeah.
the box. You know?
See, there you go.
She crazy, yo.
You don't understand how difficult it is for Molly. I have three sisters myself. I know what he has to go through.
Yeah.
It's
Keep on.
crazy, man.
It's crazy. Yeah,
It's
crazy.
crazy. You
Yeah.
know, it's one of those things you just gotta laugh sometimes because it is what it is. Like, like I'm from a family full of beautiful women, man. From my moms to my sister to everybody, my aunt, everybody. Beautiful women. So it is what it is, man. You can't live life trying to chase people for none of that.
Right.
It just
Right.
is what it is, man. You just gotta they and it really is just a form of appreciation of people. Everybody handles what they see differently. That's all.
That's all. Now, Molly, as far as a favorite project of yours,
Man.
what's your favorite project of your own?
All right, so Nikki is right when she says that the craziest project I ever worked on was this MicBroSis project. But as far as what's already dropped, I would say I just listened to Mully Mania again.
I was hoping you were going to say that. That
So
that I think, yeah, Molly Mania.
I went and listened to it. And when you listen to something that you haven't listened to in a long time, like I haven't listened to that all the way through in years. Yo, that project blew my mind when I went back and listened to what I was on close to. Some of those songs was done. I dropped it in 2005, and some of those songs was done in like 2003. And my mind was blown listening to Young Mully. But I also had it's a couple other projects that strongly competing with it. One is Still Him, which was the mixtape I dropped right after that with DJ Gemini. And then it's another project that people don't never give too much credit that I did called Fan Mail. No, and Harder Than Baltimore, that CD. But
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard for me to say which one because I think Mully Mania was my first debut album. I had national artists on there. It
Yeah.
did a lot for the city. And then but when I got to Harder Than Baltimore, that was MTV Mully.
Right. Right. Right.
So
So at that time, that was a very interesting time period. You had a lot of people coming at you a lot of different ways because
yeah.
you was talking you was talking that talk, and maybe people was in their
Yeah.
feelings about some of the attention that you were getting
Yeah.
outside of the city. So you talk about national artists. Code. You had Memphis Bleak was on the album.
Yeah, yeah, I
Clip
had Memphis
was
Bleak,
on there.
the
Yeah,
Clips, Ghostface, and then my homie G to K. I
yeah,
had Nick on the hook for this joint called Never Giving Up. I had Scar produced the joint on there. I had Comp. I had who was the youngest artist signed to Def Jam at the time, one of the dopest MCs ever. Sonny Brown was on there. Had JI 900. J Funk production, BL production. I produced like 4 John. Yeah, it was just a crazy look, man. It was just a crazy. My boy Bless, you know what I'm saying, was on there. So yeah,
Nick. Just thinking back to that time period. You know what I
Mhm,
mean. Molly was everywhere.
mhm.
Did you ever feel like you know? I don't know. Like, was you ever in your feelings about what some of maybe the other rappers was saying, or whatever the talk on the street was at that time?
Okay, so this is why I don't really like doing the interviews and I let Mully talk. But if I'm gonna be 100% honest, was I ever in my feelings about what rappers were saying about Mully?
Yes, yes. At that time,
All right, so let's keep it 100. I
we
don't
talking about a
play.
long time ago,
I don't give a fuck. I don't play. I don't play when it come to Mully.
right?
So I don't give a fuck who you are. If you beefing with Mully, you beefing with me. Period. Period. So if you got something negative to say about Mully, motherfucker, it's on. Let's go. All that shit about I don't rap, I don't rap, I don't rap. I'm watching the kids. All right, Mully knocked on the door. He said, "Come on out of your little retirement that you in, and let's go get him." And we gonna go get him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then
yeah,
I go back, and then I'll go back, drink my wine, watch my Netflix. So absolutely, when people start coming for Mully and they
yeah,
start throwing shots at Mully, and I know you
yo,
niggas ain't even fucking qualified to fuck with Mully.
right.
Like, stop playing with me. Coming for your ass, and I will
yo.
expose you. And
Let
so
me,
that's
let me,
why
let me, let me,
Mully
let
knows to just leave me in the cut, quiet, and
yo, let me say something real quick. This how hard Nick going. Niggas, nobody don't know this. We don't tell a lot of the stuff, but I'm gonna just share this little for your show, bruh. One time I come out of the 5 seasons, I'm acting up. I love all the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I love it.
you
I love it. It was
you
so
did
fun.
you
I
you
said,
definitely
I said, I love.
you welcomed the smoke.
I love the smoke. I'm like a fireman. I'm like Santa in the chimney. I love the motherfucking smoke, right? So, but Nick, one time I come out from a controversial show. I'm down 5 seasons. I see somebody slump down in a hoodie in a car that looked like my sister's car. She out in that bitch slumped down with a hoodie over her head with the tool in the whip. I'm laughing. I said, what the fuck? I ain't know she was there. She waited outside the whole night, ready to set it off, motherfucker. Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah style if a nigga move or blink
Mm,
wrong. That's
mm,
the type
mm.
of little sister I got. She a beauty and the beast, for real. Like, don't let all that glamour shit fool you. She'll throw on the
Yeah,
hoodie quick and be outside the venue with the ya mean ready to 5 alarm blaze your dumb ass.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
It
I've
was an
evolved.
interesting time.
I've evolved since then.
yeah,
So
she's evolved. She's evolved, but yeah, that's how hard she go for her brother and vice versa. But to keep it real, at the end of the day, during that time, man, much love to Boss Man and the artists that didn't even get a name enough to get mentioned at the time. But when me and Boss was going through our thing, you know, back in the day, I had a hands-off policy as far as that went. Where basically, even though I grew up with a lot of dudes from the streets, and you know, I basically let it be known that yo, this is definitely for the culture. I wanna trade, I wanna spar at the highest level, and I thought that he was a qualified opponent at the time, and you know, like I had fun with it, man. I had fun. We made history together, man. So, like, love is love, man.
Yeah, yeah. It
So
was he was
shout out.
definitely qualified. Y'all was the top. Y'all was the top guys in the city, and it only made sense that what they say the steel sharpens steel.
Yeah, it
And
definitely was.
shout out to all the niggas that thought they was qualified and they still ain't.
Right. I guess it might be some of them.
They still ain't.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like I can't even remember, but I used to just, you know, kind of get stones through at me, you know, online
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it was just funny. And you know, but the you know, I guess the main one, the main battle that I had was, you know, was with Boss. And I remember one time I'm out here, this dude from Africa, believe it or not, my name got brought up. This kid from Africa knew me from the Mully Man Boss Man beef, man, and that shit made my day. That we made that Baltimore impact was that essential all the way across the fucking globe in any type of way, and that it echoed that far, man. Like that shit was love, man. I love shit like that, straight up.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting time. It was good. It was a different type of energy. I'm glad that the city got that kind of a light.
Yeah,
And obviously y'all are good now. Do y'all have
yeah,
y'all ever
that's my
do you
brother.
ever recall some of the stuff that went down at that time? Like, you know how guys can even fight and then be
Yeah,
cool afterwards and then talk about it. Did y'all ever talk about the music sparring
yeah.
that y'all did?
We when I did Harder Than Baltimore, 5 Star put it together. We had the idea of us redoing the I'ma Be More remix was on the Harder Than Baltimore album. And in the middle of the night, we just recorded the remix and we chopped it up. We actually, man, I rode around in the Northeast Kings truck. It was crazy. Like it was, we went to a few venues together and chopped it up, laughed, recorded the song, and it's been, I mean, it's been love. Like truth be told, on the low, it was always love, because it's like if I don't fuck with you, I ain't gonna make no rap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna make no rap.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
truth be told.
That is good. That is good. So bringing things to present time. When is the album dropping? When can people expect it? I know it's been probably delayed because of a pandemic or something.
Nah, it's
No?
coming out. Nah, it ain't been delayed because of that. It hasn't even been delayed. It's coming out Godspeed.
Yeah.
It's coming out
And
Godspeed because initially Mully was like, "We're gonna drop it." No, I was like, "We're gonna drop it on Mully's birthday." So I talked too quick, you know, and it was some things that we hadn't added to the album yet, you know, to not make it as whole as we wanted it. So then Mully turned around and was like, "All right, fuck it, we're gonna let it come out on your birthday, which is October 22nd." And I'm like, you know what? Nah. It's the album is called MicBroSis, Godspeed, and it's coming out on God's time, you know? So y'all just wait for that. Whenever
yeah,
God's is when it's coming out. But for now, let's continue to watch all the rest of the Baltimore artists drop their stuff, because every time they drop their shit, I support it. Every
yeah,
time. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Shout out to D-Boy and CR.
Yeah, they killing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
D-Boy,
they
yeah,
I like the way D-Boy moves as a
yeah,
businessman, you know, bigger
yeah,
than the rap, and he's inspirational because he'll get on and he'll talk to the youth. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
it's a level that Scar, I think,
We
is
got one. Hold
dropping.
up, we got a track with D-Boy produced by CR on the album.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cute and all, but we ain't saying all that. I'm just saying, you know.
She's
Shout
saying
out.
keep it under wraps.
Oh, you don't want me to say who on the album?
No, we can't give
She said no. She said
Okay.
we got one exclusive, but that's all we getting.
All right. I'm my bad. I ain't mean to say that then. Damn.
Yeah, but no, shout out to them. And I think Scar got something coming out soon.
Yeah.
And who else? Tyree. I don't know
Shit,
if Tyree Leon got nothing coming out yet, but I know he working on some shit.
man.
He a problem too.
I'm
Tyree.
gonna tell you like this. Tyree is like the DMX / Tupac of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tyree.
you absolutely right.
Straight
That's
up.
it.
That boy
Broski is
nice.
he's off the chain. I love it. And you know he's like, you never know which way he gonna come, but that's my brother forever. You know who else got something coming out that people be sleeping on? Dave the motherfucking barber.
I heard he had something coming out. I got it. Okay. Hopefully he'll post it and I'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave the barber got some shit. And I heard it. Yo, I heard his album. When I tell you it's one of the hardest albums, yo, that shit is crazy.
For real?
Straight like that. Yeah. Yeah.
How active are both of y'all on social media?
Well, I'm actually on social media right now.
Okay, very active. Molly, how active are you on social media?
I try to, well, I hate to use the word try. I give my best effort, but I'm so active in real life that y'all say I was late for this and I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I know you damn near my whole life. There's no reason I should be late for this. But I do so much. I'm such an active person in real life that sometimes it's hard for me to stop and film everything. So sometimes I give my best effort to give as much as I can, but I went from, like I said, that neuromuscular stretch to the podcast. You know, then I got prep for some other stuff tomorrow. I got studio early. You know what I mean? I play in softball leagues, basketball leagues. I'm a personal trainer. I help people with nutrition. You know, I'm doing public speaking. I'm doing podcasts, not just rap podcasts, but just speaking on issues in the community as far as how to eat better, why health is wealth, mind over matter, spirit over mind, why love is lucrative. So I give my best effort towards social media for all that's going on, but sometimes it's challenging when you're doing like a whole bunch of stuff. But I give my best effort, and I vow to learn social media better as somebody that's, you know, a little older than some of the people who naturally came into the social media era. But I give my best effort, you know.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, can I ask him a question really quick?
Absolutely.
So, you know, when you were running late, you missed a very important question that we had today. So Diamond K was saying with the pandemic, the COVID going on and everything, how have you been able to deal with, you know, this horrible, deadly disease and unseen enemy that's been attacking us? How have you been able to cope, you and your family, while this has been going on? And don't give me a long answer. Just get straight to the point, please. Thank you.
I'm gonna get straight to the point. With optimum health, you are essentially a superhero. So versus me looking at myself, underestimating myself, I understand how strong we are and what our immune system means. You hear the term immune compromise get thrown around a lot, but then they suggest, after saying that, to throw something over your face, leave 6 feet, and wash your hands. But essentially, I know through being plant-based for the last 7 years and eating just the power of plants and how they boost your immune system. And I feel like by boosting your immune system, you open your third eye, your pineal gland, you maximize your immune system, and you basically are a superhero where these bad viruses, they don't stand a chance against a super immune system.
That was a great. See, you know, but that's why I fucks with you, because you see what I'm saying, Diamond K.
Yeah.
Somebody sign him.
Hey, yo, you know what?
Not even as a rep.
Hold up. I'm getting a call on the other line. I'm getting a call. Yo, we just got signed to MicBroSis ENT, yo. Hey.
Godspeed, baby.
Godspeed.
Let me ask you this.
What up?
Both of y'all, I guess individually, how important is it important to vote?
Fuck
Start
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Start with you,
Who
Nick.
we start? Who we start? Okay.
yeah.
Nick.
I think it's very important to vote. You know, they a lot of times they say it's that electoral vote that counts the most, but like it's very important to vote. We just proved. Now I don't care what the hell his ass talking about. He about to go sue every goddamn body. You can go sue all the hell you want. You go on and take that loss and just get that stroller and ride right on out of that damn White House. But we have proved, you know what I mean, as a country, as a nation, that if you get up and you vote, whether you mailed it in or went to the polls, you know, and
Yeah.
stood in the line, you know, we proved that that our vote matters. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's very important to vote. I've never not voted. I've always voted
Right.
all my life. Even
Yeah.
even when I felt like the presidents that were in command haven't changed my life at all. You know,
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. It was only one time, and people didn't even like Bush like that. I didn't vote for him, but I'm saying it was one time that Bush had a No Child Left Behind, and I think
Mm-hmm.
he had reached out to Kennedy to actually get this implemented, and that helped my son. It was a No Child Left Behind program where you could get a personal tutor in your home. We went, picked up the computer, and as long as your child completed the program, they could actually keep the computer. And this was during the times when me, as a young parent, I couldn't even really afford to buy a computer. You know, I
Yeah.
probably looked like I could because I was so stunning looking. But on the flip side of it, I was working a 9 to 5. You know, I never had a dude really take care of me. I always been independent and took care of myself. You know, by choice. And that was a time where I felt like a president's you know, him implementing something actually helped me, because usually when they get into office, I usually don't feel like it changes my life at all. I usually feel like my life is the same their whole term. So but at the end of the day, I feel like it's very important to fucking vote. Go vote, always vote. Don't think your vote doesn't count, because that shit matters, because numbers matter. The more
Yeah.
numbers, the more powerful we are, and that's in anything in life. So if you
Right.
they'll make you think that the power is not in numbers, but the power is in numbers, and that's almost in anything you do. So yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Molly, what about you? Is voting important?
Fuck yeah. And let me tell you why. Because when people talk about voting, usually they talk about the executive branch, the president. When you go to the ballot, you vote for legislation. There's the judicial branch. You voting for sheriffs. You voting for how money is used in your community. You voting for projects. You voting for tax laws. You voting for you know what I'm saying, your local election. Now, one thing you got to understand is that a lot of times your local elections impact your life more than the executive branch does. So what you need to do is just figure out what's going on in your community. And voting is a part of that process. There
Yeah.
wouldn't be so much money invested in suppressing your vote if it didn't matter to those who know. Those who know spend a lot of money to suppress votes. So what you got to really do, you got to understand that things are happening around you, and there's a system of how they're happening around you, and then you just have to tap into your system. Learn what the executive branch is, learn what the legislative branch is, and learn what the judiciary branch is.
Judicial. Yeah.
Get judicial branches, and
Yeah.
then tap into those local elections and realize when you look at your ballot, it's a whole lot of things you vote for: senators,
Yeah.
sheriffs, attorney
Yeah.
generals,
Yeah.
laws. You're not just voting for one thing. Like,
Yeah.
to say that your vote don't matter. Oh, yo, we forgot to shout out YG Tech. What the hell?
What?
I just thought that. I'm sorry. We forgot to shout. Yo, hold up, yo.
Yo!
Hold
Yo,
up, yo. We
hold
tripping,
on.
tripping.
Get
Hold up.
Tourette's kicked in. It's all
Yo, that was
good.
my Tourette. Because you know what?
Yeah.
It's no way in hell that we could talk about artist going out interview, and not shout out who people don't know is our little cousin YG Tech. Shout out to him and Moose. Yeah,
Let's go.
Wow.
Mully man for president.
straight like that.
Wow.
Mully man
Straight
for
like
president.
that.
I really appreciate y'all
Hey,
taking time chopping up
hey,
with me. Go ahead.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, go
hey,
ahead, Molly.
Stokey. No matter what the fuck they talking about, Stokey is the mayor of Baltimore in spirit. Like, people got to realize sometimes elections don't even mean the elections. It's like it don't mean the elections that they give you with the ballot. You got to vote the people around you into positions that you know they capable of fulfilling in your community.
That's true.
So right now, Stokey is the hood mayor.
He is. Stokey Project. Shout out to him.
He the hood mayor.
He always talking to the youth. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he the hood mayor.
I like people that pour into the youth. To me, especially the young boys. I love it when they pour into the youth because they are the future.
Yeah.
They are the future. That shit might sound corny, but that shit is true. I would want my child or my young boy to be raised around great brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And great people. I would want my daughter to be raised around great people. So everybody's gonna have children and they all gonna grow up. So you want people in leadership that they can actually look at as a role model. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I like Stokey. I follow him too.
Yeah. And it's like even your platform, yo, you in a position, bro. Like, it's a lot of people that have gotten older and have seen the culture and seen things that have happened in Baltimore, and a lot of us have the answers better than the so-called politicians because we've experienced it on another level, from poverty to, like, I can tell you right now, man, if I'm a keep pushing for people to eat better, because when your appetite for life excels and takes you into your higher self, that right there is one of the most essential things in changing your life for the better.
That's true.
Agreed.
It changes all the energy around you. Your food for thought will take you from your lower self to your higher self. Eat alkaline, eat organic, non-GMO, plant-based as much as you can. Drink half your body weight in ounces of natural spring water as much as you can. Get your essential minerals by getting your sea moss, black seed oil, bladderwrack. And if you boost your immune system with nothing but alkaline, dense nutrient, superhero food, you gonna be the superhero you was born to be, baby.
I'm trying to be a superhero.
Yo, we on that journey. We on that mission. We on that journey. Let's keep going.
Did they close things down in Atlanta? They closing things up in Maryland, and they closing it down because y'all be acting up in ATL. Y'all don't know how to. Y'all don't wear masks. Y'all party and all that. Y'all don't listen. So what they doing down there?
But what they doing right down here, we good. We good.
Oh, never mind. Y'all don't listen. Okay.
Nah, but I'm not. I want to say this to the people out there listening. I'm not irresponsible. What I'm telling you is, I'm not telling you not to wear your mask. I'm just saying, make sure you get a mask you could breathe in. So you not breathing in like when you breathe, breathing is a detox.
Yeah, true.
So if you're not detoxing and the carbon dioxide is not being let out properly,
you breathe in your carbon dioxide. You're right.
Yeah, that's like not sweating.
Right.
Sweating is a detox. That's like not shitting.
Not dropping
shitting.
Okay, we got
it. Yeah, it's a detox. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't wear a mask. Get a breathable one if you need to wear one. And I'm not saying don't do those things that they're telling you. I'm saying that your number one defense against bad viruses is your immune system. And And having a healthy immune system is going to help you against heart disease, getting brain fog, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, all these cancer, all these different things that tie into just not doing the right things.
And don't forget anxiety and depression.
Anxiety, depression, sleep
Sure.
apnea,
Sciatica.
I mean, we could go on and on.
Yeah,
You know what people call whatever brain impotence.
Yeah.
Anything.
Look at you.
All that.
Look at you, boy.
Come on.
On here dropping knowledge.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
On here dropping knowledge.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you
see how I became a rapper, Diamond K. Now you see.
Yeah, but I know you say you got in the show, right? We just disregarded that.
Absolutely. How can people stay in touch with y'all and follow the whole movement?
Oh man. So you can follow me at Nikstylz on IG. It's Nikstylz. Snapchat Nikstylz. Nikstylz. YouTube Nikstylz. Nikstylz. On what is it? SoundCloud Nikstylz. So TikTok, I'm Nikstylz forever. I had to flip it on y'all a little bit, you know. So yeah, I'm Nikstylz everything. Google me. Google Nikstylz and it'll take you to all my platforms. Even platforms that I really didn't even know I was on. So yeah, Nikstylz it out. Nikstylz.
Yeah.
Mully.
I'll say I'm definitely a Google worthy artist myself. You know what I'm saying? I say that as humbly as possible. Don't take no offense. But you can put in MULLYMAN. And by the time you get to the Y, you ain't even gonna have to ask why no more, for real. But then you can also just go to you can just go to my Instagram and I'll tell you from there. I am Mully Man, MULLYMAN. And if you type in Mully Man or Mullyvation, my shit'll pop up.
Very
dramatic pause. That's all that shit.
Very simple. I really appreciate y'all stopping through and chopping it up, and I really have enjoyed this conversation. And before y'all go, we're gonna play this song again. Okay. Go ahead and intro this song.
No. I want to say something to you before we get off.
Okay.
We want to thank you for inviting us onto your platform. I want to thank you for being a pioneer. I want to thank you for always showing me love ever since I was begging DJs to play my record before Mully Mania.
That's right.
When y'all was at the malls or whatever, and even when you was looking at me like, who is this nigga getting on my nerves? I wish he leave out what was it, Westview Mall. This nigga begging me to play his damn song. I'm in the middle of my set, in the middle of the mall. I just want to thank you for, you and all the DJs for always being pioneers and showing me love, and everybody else that showed me love over the years. You're appreciated. Love is love. Love and gratitude, bro.
Absolutely. Definitely.
That is true.
Salute. Go ahead and intro this song, this video for y'all get out of here.
What's the one? Is it the people?
What song is
it? We played it earlier.
Okay, so y'all know what motherfucking time it is. It's MicBroSis.
Yeah.
Nikstylz, Mully Man. This is for the people, and it's called the people.
Yeah.
MicBroSis. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. People are soft, they really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery wins your heart, let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart, focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that shit like a boss, walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. cost. Standing tall, know it's off. We got a bill, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind, carry your crown like a king. Show off your powerful queen. Be effective and efficient. Set a goal and a mission. Know it all's never listen. Gain your control over who like. I come from what is you like. Yeah, a lot of us used to do wrong. Now we out here trying to do right. Motivation, motivation. When he mess up, just replace him. I ain't hesitating, I ain't waiting. Natural force, here she come. Shut it down, I am number one. 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 Read the numbers, is it good, bad, going up, bankrupt? Do you know? Tell me who can you trust? Think about your health, think about people are soft. They really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery, where's your heart? Let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart. Focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that like a boss. Walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. Standing tall, know it's off. We got a bill, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind, carry your crown like a king. Show off your powerful queen. Be effective and efficient. Set a goal and a mission. Know it all's never
Numero uno, they mad cause I won't second guess. I'm the best and I do what I do though. Royal descent, every moment is meant, so I'm making the most under one poppy chulo. Steph Curry from the logo, best buy it like a bogo. Luke Sky, Han Solo, Rebel Alliance, I'm matching you bullet for bullet like Muzzy Manupo. What is the true goal? Purpose and happiness. Watch what you do though, it's worthless attacking it. Hustling backwards, it's too many lacking it. What are you woman? I got ya big back in it. Divine time, revelation of the lost scribe. For every member of the lost tribe. GPS for those that lost drive. Be the greatest, don't just be alive. Start you a business and get you some stock. Purchase a land, homie, buy out the block. Buy you some homes and leverage the equity. Find you some wealth, but don't lose your integrity. Kevin be living longevity, moving with urgency. Be fucking currency, currently winning. I thank you for asking, son. Only way I'm getting checked if I'm cashing one.
They really pissing me off. Why would you sit in the dark? This ain't a game, this is survival for life. Bravery, where's your heart? Let them stay mad while you investing in you. They wanna pick you apart. Focus on mastering in everything that you do. Carry that like a boss. Walk in the park, Kyrie Irving with the cross. Standing tall, know it's off. We got a bill, buy all your property now. Why everything got a cost? Get on your grind.
Welcome back to the program. I was very, very pleased and honored to have our special guest on with me today, MicBroSis, Nikstylz OG Mully.
Yeah.
And we were just chopping it up on a lot of things, and I definitely want to thank you all for coming through again. The songs I love. And I'm a fan of both of y'all music, and I'm looking forward to the album coming out.
Oh man, thank you so much. Godspeed, baby.
We're gonna make sure you get the album first.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We're gonna make sure you get all the exclusive since you showed love, because I know everybody else sees us, and it's cool that they haven't reached out like they should have. But they will. But
absolutely,
you reached out and we connected, and we're gonna make sure you get everything first, so that way you can you know what I mean?
Well, I'm definitely that guy. So,
but we got you though. We're gonna give you everything.
Definitely,
you're gonna be the first one to have everything. That way you can drop it like you want to and play with people a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
So coming soon, and when it's ready, it's going to drop.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
you'll know when Diamond K start playing.
Hey, shout out to my little bro. I almost forgot it there. Yellow Boy Gone Wild. What up, shorty?
Hey. What about Baltimore legend APT?
Hey. Yo, what about shout out Trey Styles, Cashland, Dummy, and Godspeed?
Oh,
Dummy.
Oh, yeah, you don't know about Dummy?
That's the code line.
Of course I do. Yeah. Yeah. Mully, how many times? Well, let me say it this way: do people still say is Baltimore like the Wire to you? Do they still say that when you run into them out of town?
Bro, that's the number one question I always get. And I always answer the same way. I'm like, it's really worse because in real life, you know, when you die for real. You don't get to walk off the set.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
they took the most entertaining aspect of our culture and promoted it to the world in a way that it gave a humor, insight, and everything. But a lot of times in real life, it's a lot more hurtful. It hurts a lot more in real life. And you know, like as far as them bodies, Baltimore, and it's something that we need to not so much. And we kind of take a pride in being that we need to rechannel that energy and to be better than what the watch. So we should be progressing from that. But it seems like we continue to take pride in being what the Wire was then, because no one else that has ever seen it believes that a city can be like that.
Right.
And
Right.
I tell them it wasn't until I left Baltimore that I really truly realized how crazy Baltimore was. Because when you in it, it's just second nature. It just feels natural. Nothing feels abnormal about it. But once I left and I had my transformation, like think of this. A dude that goes from eating chicken boxes and raised on seafood becomes a vegan, personal trainer, loving nature, um, and just I was just totally transformed with the opportunity to be in a different energy. And I think a lot of time, a lot of us feel like a prisoner to the energy of not being our best version of ourselves. There's always a malicious energy kind of in the air that you have to be ready for, because malicious stuff just happens every day based off of how our city is set up. A lot of dope gets sold in our city. Therefore, because of that, a lot of murders, a lot of people die, get locked up, a lot of families get broken
Yeah.
apart,
Yeah.
and and then
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, so it's real. And then there's a politics that has a stronghold where the minute you begin to do something, everybody feels like only one person can make it. And we live in a city where people won't support you because their cousin do something. You be like, yo, support me. Like, man, I would, but my cousin do this. Or you'll have everybody, every generation talking about they got the city on their back like nothing else ever happened in the history of the city. Every new
Yeah.
generation feel like they the one since the whole history of Baltimore. Not nobody wants to say, you know what, nah, I'm not the one. I'm part of the totality of things. And we have a long, strong history until we realize, with me saying that, I just thought of Ray Luger. I'm sorry. I just thought of Ray Luger. But and until we realize the totality and how far back we have to go into the history of the totality of Baltimore culture, um, bro, we got a lot of history. Rest in peace, K Swift. Rest in peace, Mark Baltimore for life. You know what I'm saying? Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Lil Scooter. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of history. Shout out Tim Trees. We not gonna act like Be Rich and him ain't set the tone and show us how to slow down a club beat. Shout out to Rod Lee. We ain't
Right.
gonna act like all these producers wasn't jocking Rod Lee. Like Pharrell ain't never heard club music. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna act like them empty beats niggas started doing. Rod Lee ain't slow down the club beat first. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, we got a lot of rich call. We ain't gonna act like Kevin Lyles wasn't a rapper and ain't do the Milli Vanilli joint before.
Girl, you know it's true.
The girl you know is true before Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
We gonna stop playing with our history, man. That's what we. Yo, shout out to Larry. What up? Shout out to Paula Campbell.
Yeah.
Come on, stop playing, man. We ain't got no history. Shout out to Drew Hill.
Yeah.
Shout
Oh
out to my brother Jazz. Shout out to G and R.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel? You
No
see what I'm
doubt.
saying?
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, how about start if you want to rap and you want to sing, why don't you put that in your raps?
Right.
You know?
Right. Right. Shout out to the young boy name right now. We got a young boy from Baltimore went platinum. It's like Shorty Shorty.
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
I just seen it randomly. My mind was blown.
Yeah.
I said, what? We got platinum artists from here right now.
You got Lil Tay.
Lil Tay. Oh, shout out to Tate Cobain.
Yeah.
Shout out to D Trinata.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's a
And
beast.
what's the other little dude from the rap with Jermaine Dupri? The little young dude.
Oh,
Is that Lil Tay?
That's Lil Tay.
No. I'm thinking of two Lil Tays then.
No, that's Keys.
That's Lil Keys. Tay.
Yeah.
Tay. Lil Tay just, my little brother Lil Tay just got signed to World Star.
Yeah. Lil Tay.
Shout out to Lil Tay.
Yeah, Lil Keys was on that Jermaine Dupri show.
Yeah.
Yep.
All these dope artists, man. I mean, look, we got. I know I'm missing something. I'm gonna look back at this and say I forgot. You can't. It's so much you can't even name it. Shout out to my brother Bonds.
You got April Love. You got
shout out to April Love. Shelby Raw. Clayway.
Yeah, you got.
Oh yeah. See, yeah, you dropping some names right now.
Look. He just came out with "Fuck My Baby Daddy" or
Yo,
something.
who hustle harder than Hooli Shalom, Clayway, D-Boy, Comp, and Cole? Like these dudes. I mean, like, yo, it goes on and on, man. Let's stop playing. Ogun is up. Yo, Ogun is a pioneer, looking out, birthing what's his Blue?
Yeah, C Notes,
CTCs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love C Notes. Shelby motherfucking Raw. Stop acting like y'all forgot.
And what's her husband name?
Bonds.
Yeah.
Both blessed without the T and blessed with the T.
Come on, man. You know what? We just
come on, man.
Just add a song.
Yeah. Baltimore is definitely.
Come on, man. They need to stop. Look, niggas need to stop playing with our culture, man.
DJ Boo Man.
DJ, come on, man. DJ motherfucking Boo Man.
Watch out for the big girl.
Yo, my man done work with Michael Jackson. Man, watch out for the big girls. And did harder than Baltimore in one lifetime.
Come on now.
In one lifetime.
The fuck we talking about? Then just had 2 kids on top of that. Where's he finding the time?
MicBroSis, thank y'all for coming through.
Fuck yeah, you already.
Yeah. So
I hope we can curse.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, Nick got out the way early.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good. Again, okay. I appreciate y'all coming through, and let's not wait so long before we talk again.
Got you.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, we love you, bruh.
Love y'all too.
Love you here. Shout out to Lancaster.
Oh yeah,
and Cleon and them. And what's our girl? The comedian? And Jess Hilarious. Shout out to Jess Hilarious.
All right, Mully, I'm gonna FaceTime you.
All right.
All
right, see y'all.
Peace out, bros. DJ
Okay, that was extended conversation with MicBroSis. Glad that they could come through and all that. We got some other business that we need to get to, and states have cited that the election went smoothly despite these lies and these claims from Donald Trump. The 2020 election unfolded the way it was supposed to unfold. You know, there's not any widespread, irregularities according to the state officials and election experts. The baseless claims of Donald Trump, the claims of fraud, the claims of shenanigans, they're all lies. Following this defeat of Trump, Trump has to accept the fact that he lost. Okay? Try again in 2024. But this time, you lost. And last election, you lost the popular vote again. So there was an increase, a large increase in advanced voting. We are in a pandemic. 107 million people voted early, in person and by mail. Now, this move helped take pressure off election day operations. There were also, people were worried, but there were no incidents of violence at the polls or any voter intimidation. There was none. 2020 election was one of the smoothest and most well-run elections that we have ever seen. And that is remarkable considering the fact that we're in a pandemic. That is remarkable. So following this victory by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Trump has tried to discredit the integrity of the election, like he does so many other things. But everybody knows. Everybody knows. Even Barron Trump knows his father lost. Republican lawmakers said that the president should be allowed to launch legal challenges. I just hope that Democrats hold Republicans' feet to the fire. If they ever again, Republicans ever again, try to complain or talk about challenges of a vote in an election, you remind them of how they're acting right now. Stop letting Republicans get away with this doublespeak, with this hypocrisy. Hold them accountable. Remind them. Democrats let Republicans get away with too much stuff. Too much. So in Wisconsin, it's a battleground state, obviously. And Joe Biden narrowly beat Trump. And Michigan, same was true. Biden also won in Michigan. So Trump is still trying to, hold on to the dream, but it's over. It's over for Trump. It's just a matter of time. In Pennsylvania, a lot of Republicans are trying to, I don't know what, parrot the foolishness and the lies that Trump is spitting out. But Biden's lead in Pennsylvania over Trump is more than 50,000 votes. So you hear them talking about legal votes. They'll say stuff like, we just want the legal votes. So what they mean is votes that did not come in after Election Day. States have different laws, right? So there were 10,000 votes that came in Pennsylvania after Election Day. So even if you throw those votes out, they're all not for Biden. Some of those votes are for Trump. So he would essentially be hurting himself, but whatever. If you throw those 10,000 votes out, still not going to make Trump win. He's still lost. He's still lost. But this fact is something that he is having trouble contending with. Maybe because of what he's going to have to face once the election's over with. Trump is handling this worse than your child would handle something. So the Senate race in Georgia, we talked about that earlier. Senate race in Georgia heading to a special election, January 5th. That's going to decide the fate of the Senate, as far as who has the majority. We're going to find that out January. We'll be back here tomorrow, of course, radioonfire.com, thediamondkshow.com. Anywhere you get your podcast, search The Diamond K Show. And it has been real. Happy Veterans Day to everyone. And we'll be back tomorrow, radioonfire.com. Thanks for joining us.